Since I started making art with women in prison, I've thought a lot about space. In the Portage Correctional Institution, the air was so stale. That makes a small, confined space feel even smaller. I like knowing that there's space around me. I can think better. I feel calmer. I don't like to feel cornered. In the Portage Correctional Institution, the prison administration took the pictures we made to review and to decide if a woman would be allowed to keep her picture in her cell. It could take weeks before a woman got her picture, if she did. Also, any picture a woman made could be used against her as court evidence. These things made it difficult to relax and be creative. Passing pictures with prisoners was a year-long mail exchange between Manitoba artists and imprisoned women. We were looking to create a visual junction between free citizen and prisoner.
But some of the more dramatic artwork was held back because officials at the Portage Correctional Institution felt it was inappropriate.
The prison administration kept all the pictures for review. Artist Colleen Cutchell, who taught at the University of Brandon, sent in a collaged image that was dismantled and only parts of the picture were allowed through. There was no explanation. In the middle of the project, the prison completely shut out the art studio. I asked if there were more pictures that would come out in the mail, and the reply was that the women must have lost interest. One of the imprisoned women, who had previously sent dozens of paintings and poems, sent nothing in the mail. Happily, she was released in time for the exhibition opening, and then she told us that she had not been allowed to have her art supplies or to send us mail, and that when she asked to speak to the director, there was no response. In effect, the artistic process, like the women themselves, became incarcerated.
But even these restrictions didn't stop the women from producing artwork that reveals their anguish and emotion, work like Yvonne Johnson's.
Yvonne Johnson, the great-great-granddaughter of Big Bear, is sentenced to life. Yvonne took part in the mail exchange from the Okama-Ochi Healing Lodge. The lodge is in the middle of vast open fields, and the women there can't go beyond the fields. I remember Yvonne's beautiful laugh and good nature. Yvonne mailed out ceramic dolls. We submitted a formal request inviting Yvonne to come and speak at the opening of the exhibition and the publication launch for Passing Pictures with Prisoners. Both times, her temporary leave of absence was denied.
As they say, you will see as much as you yourself know of your own teaching, as you'll see it in there.
In 2001, we held the Conditional Sentences Reparative Pictures exhibit and the New Genre Public Art Forum. We made a postcard with the Elizabeth Fry Society. The chair on the front is based on the description given to me by Darcy, a young woman who spent 23.5 hours strapped into it on Christmas Day, 1999, in the Manitoba Remand Centre. There are new women coming to the studios every week. Some women, like Pat, have been part of the art studios since I first went to the prison in 1996. Pat is originally from Papua New Guinea. She was told by a psychiatrist and a parole officer that she was a habitual criminal, a career criminal.
My name is Pat Aylesworth, and I've been in the program or the project, Crossing Communities, art project, since it started.
Today, Pat is working towards her Bachelor of Fine Arts. After Portage Prison blocked the art studios, we opened up a city-based studio to meet with women and girls. We have a house now, and we are claiming the space by painting murals on the walls.
What I'd like for us to do is, I got these mirrors and I've got this wood, and in the Mexican way they have retablos, which are like little altars that you make. And I kept thinking, okay, Christmas, okay, we've got Christian beliefs, we've got, you know, there's so many different world views in that I just thought if we can borrow from some of them and basically make this mirror that's sort of like an altar to ourselves.
I don't know, I just made a collage. I like making collages all the time. I put my best friend there. And this is just for my makeup and junk. I just figured out to put this on there for decoration. And check out my checkers. I love hot pink and black and checkers.
Some of the little rough spots, yes, I'm very happy with it. When I do my art, I get right into my art and I forget about everything else. Just me and my paintings, all it exists.
Process of doing work and doing a workshop, and it's like I have an idea and I'm trying to give all the background to what my idea was about doing it, but really they're ready to run with it. Just give us the bare essentials. Okay, it's a mirror and it's an altar. Okay, stand back, we want to work.
I wanted him to look like he's in pain, but he's still strong. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think of there being a continuum between prisoner and free citizen. The women who come to crossing communities sit closer to the prison end, but there's no formal division. We wait for the women to come out of the prison. We connect with them with a focus on the words that the women of Kingston in P4W adopted from Lila Watson, an Australian Aboriginal woman. If you have come to help me, you are wasting your time. But if you have come because your liberation is bound with mine, then let us work together.
Hi, Mr. Penguin.
That worked out pretty good.
I think about how to visualize what I listen to in the social space inhabited by the women and girls who come to the Crossing Communities Art Project. I think about how we would see if each of our words had an eye in it. I think about if we can access a social imagination, and if so, can we imagine alternatives to incarceration?